Computer. Hi, everybody. This is MoveEasy Yoga with Via. Today is April 18th, 2023, or whatever day you're watching this on the replay. We're going to start in the regular fashion, lying on the floor and putting your legs up on a chair or a couch for static rest for 7 minutes. This is an entry position. You're just trying to start slowing down and paying attention to your breath. If you, as things come, just allow them to come and go. So don't hang on to anything, any sound, any thought. I'm going to mute everybody. You may want to put a small pillow or a stack of washcloths under your head for comfort. Stay where you are. And we're going to do a cervical rotation. But we're going to do it a little differently than we did before. So listen up. The first thing you're going to do is put the roof, your tongue on the roof, curl it and put it on the roof of your mouth to help strengthen the muscles in your chin, help with double chin. And then you're going to take your right hand and put it on in the space just above your clavicle or your collarbone. On the left, I'm sorry. So the right hand, left clavicle. There's a spot there. I want you to just push into that spot and move your head to the right, away from your hand. Come back to center, switch sides. So the left hand, the fingers on the left hand press into the spot above the clavicle bone, the collarbone, and then you look away from your hand. Just adding a little bit more support for releasing and opening up the neck. So do that. Switch, let go, switch sides, and do that 5 more sets at your own pace. And I'm going to watch Kathy, and she'll give us a marker about when she's done. So pressing this acupuncture point above your collarbone, it helps to release the neck and the shoulders. But press the point and then move your head away from the hand that's pressing. Takes a little more time and a little more concentration. There's a coordination effort too, once you get the hands involved. And you may be able to go a little further as you progress, as you increase your numbers. Okay, Kathy's done, so finish up and bring your head back to center. We're going to do the vagus nerve reset. Everybody's talking about the vagus nerve these days. We tend to be traveling in the fight or flight side of the vagus nerve, and this exercise and a lot of other yoga actually will help you switch to the relaxing, healing, recovering side of the vagus nerve. So your head is looking up toward the ceiling, eyes open or closed. Don't move anything but your eyeballs. Move your eyeballs to the right and wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. If you're new or almost new, this may take some time, as in weeks, but it could pop up right away for you. Come back to center. Shift your eyeballs. Don't move anything but your eyeballs to the left. And wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. This is a really good exercise to practice. You don't have to be lying down. You can be seated or standing. When you're stressed out, go for this one. When you're finished with that one, I want you to do 2 more sets, right, left, without my cueing. And I'm going to notice when take your time. I'm going to notice when Kathy's done. She'll be the marker. What happens here is the optical nerve trips the vagus nerve when you move your eyeballs to the right or the left. Your eyes can be open or closed. Well, Kathy's finished and I am too. So everyone else finish up. The next movement we're going to do is head ramping. This is a movement that helps you overcome our tendency to round forward as we look over our computers and our phones. Kathy's going to put a sponge ball underneath her head. You can leave your towels underneath there. You could sit up if you want to do this. You could put some therapy balls underneath your head. Now, what the deal is, you're going to actually press the occipital ridge backwards to the floor. The occipital ridge is the base of the skull between your ears. Press, hold, and release. And do that 5 more times. Press, hold, and release. Your chin will drop a little, but and some people call this a chin tuck, but I don't, because I don't want you to focus on tucking. I want the chin, I want you to focus on pressing the occipital ridge back. This is traction for the cervical spine. And if you do this a while, your body will long for this, and sometimes during the day, and you'll find yourself doing it without a yoga class. Oh. And finish up. And breath work today, I haven't mentioned this yet. You're going to need a strap and some blocks and therapy balls. So we're going to do a rib cage breathing with a strap. So you're going to put your strap around your rib cage and cinch it up. If you don't have a strap, you could have any kind of a substitute, a bathrobe strap. Shouldn't be a stretchy strap though, I don't think. So lie down supine after you've strapped up. And so you're snug. And then I want you to breathe. You can even put your hands on the side of your strap if you'd like, with your fingers toward your belly button and your thumb towards the floor on the strap. And then as you inhale, feel the expansion of your breath into your strap, as big as you can make it. And then exhale, and everything retreats. So the belly, everything gets smaller, diaphragm. And do 5 more of these breaths, rib cage breathing. Inhale into the strap, and exhale, retreat. And 4 more. Two more. And last one. And release. Take your strap away. Continue to be supine with your legs up on a chair, or you can push the chair away and have your legs extended or bent knees, any of that. We're going to do a vacuum. So you're going to take 1 breath, and then you're going to hold your breath out while you push your, flatten your back into the floor and pull your belly button into the floor. So 1 breath, inhale, exhale all the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath, flatten your back on the floor. And I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, take a couple breaths. This vacuum is for core work and pelvic floor work. Let's do it again. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Create a vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoops, 11. That's enough. And inhale in a regular way pattern, and exhale. Wait till your breath returns to normal, and then we'll start again. Last one. Inhale. And exhale all the way out. No breath, create a vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And inhale and exhale. And wait till your breath returns to normal, and then bring yourself up to a floor-seated position. The most common position here is cross-legged, but you could do a Z. Why don't you demonstrate a few different ways? You could do a Z. You could do, what is this called, Kathy?
Hero pose?
Hero pose. This is hero pose, bent knees underneath you. You could do stacked knees, which is one of my favorite poses, and releases some of the tightness in your your spine, your lumbar spine, and your sacrum. So choose a floor seated position. We're going to do cervical side bend first, and then we'll do some thoracic work. So cervical side bend, you're just going to drop your right ear to your right shoulder, and we're going to stay here for, I'm going to have to create for 40 seconds, you're going to stay here. Today, we're working mostly on neck and shoulders. Go ahead and tilt your chin towards your knee. Create a slightly different stretch. And go ahead and bring your chin up, and then your cervical spine up. Go to the other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Drop your chin towards the floor. Breathing, always aware of your breath and your movement. What am I moving? What am I keeping still? Chin up and then head up. Now we're going to add resistance. This is a totally different neck stretch. You can switch your legs also if you're in a cross-legged position of any sort. If you're in bent knees, hero pose, you don't need to. Okay, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And put your right hand on your left ear. And press up. Press your ear up into your hand. We're going to be here for 40 seconds. Halfway through, we'll drop the chin, but I have special instructions for that, so wait for them. Pressing up, you should feel a totally different stretch in your neck. Lift your hand off your ear and drop your chin. Put your hand back. So you don't want to be putting pressure on your head while you're moving, but still pressing back up into your hand. Chin up, head up. Oh, take your hand off first. Hand off, chin up, head up. Other side, left ear, left shoulder. Put your left hand on your right ear, press up into your hand. Press your head up into your hand. Lift your hand off your head, drop your chin, put your hand back on your ear, press up into your hand. And hand on, lift your hand, lift your chin, and then lift your head. Good. Now we're going to do a thoracic side bend. You can change the cross of your legs again if you'd like. We want to try to come out even on that, or almost even. Side bend, take your right hand, slide it along the floor. Left arm comes up and over. Cervical side bend.
Found this on the web.
I wasn't talking to you. At halfway through, we're going to take the elbow forward, wait for the cue. Bring your top elbow forward, stretching the latissimus dorsi as you continue with your side bend. You can move your head from side to side if you want. Maybe it's looser than when you started. We've done a lot of work already on the neck. Go ahead and bring your arm up and then bring your thoracic spine up, your torso up. Other side, this is just a flat out floor seated thoracic side bend. Left hand slides along the mat. Right arm comes up and over. Breathing, thinking about what's moving and what's not moving. If anything hurts when you're moving today, let me have you bring your elbow forward first before I say all of that. Bring your elbow forward, stretch the latissimus dorsi. If anything hurts when you're moving today, make your movements smaller or stop altogether. Slow it down or stop altogether. Okay, elbow comes up and torso comes up. Thoracic spine twist. You may want to change your legs again. Put your left hand on your right knee. Put your right hand behind you, spider fingers all the way behind you. Sit tall. You can stay here in this position and just enjoy your thoracic spine twist. Or you can add either or both of these things, not both at once though. One is just to rotate your head from right to left. And the other is to shift your rib cage from side to side. If your upper back is tight, this may be the movement you choose. A lot of times the upper back is tight and therefore the lumbar spine takes over a job that it wouldn't have to do if there's some mobility up in the upper spine. So come on back, unravel, go to the other side. Right hand on left knee, take your left hand, rotate the thoracic spine as much as you can. Sit tall. Remember your add-ons. We'll be here for 40 seconds. Breathing. Okay, come on back, unravel. We're going to do one more thing. Hip circles. You may want to switch the cross of your legs again. And you're going to lean forward over the right knee with a flat back. And then come forward, cross between your right and your left knees. Be sure you're looking down at the floor and then coming back up, all with a flat back. And we're going to do it again, only this time we're going to do it on the left side. So left side, drop over the left side, flat back, hip hinge, and then move your body across to the right knee and come up. That's a set. We're going to do 6 sets. So come down on the right, cross to the left, and come on up. And come down on the left and cross your body over to the right knee and then come up. Always keeping your back flat, no rounding. Again, number 3, right, come over the right knee, cross, look down so that your cervical spine is flat, and then come on up on the left knee. Left knee, come over the left knee, come back, across to the right knee, come on up, keep your back flat, use your abdominals to come up. What number is that, Kathy? 4? You know?
I think
4. We're going to do 5 now. Right. Come over the right knee. One of the most important things is to keep your back flat and to keep your neck, cervical spine in the right position. Come on up. Flat back, come out over the left knee. Drop your chin. Travel across to the right knee and come up. And now this is the last one. Come down over the right knee, the last set. Travel across to the left knee with a flat back and come on up to a seated position and then come down, flat back, cross to the right knee and come back up. Good. Now let's go to the floor. We're going to go, you're going to need some therapy balls and maybe a yoga. We're going to do the neck and jaw series. I'm going to start with a small brick and a set of therapy balls, either big or little. Let's see. Where am I? I can't find me. Oh, there I am. Add a spotlight. I added a spotlight. I have to put it on speaker to get it though. Okay, so you're on the floor. You're lying on the floor, on your side, knees bent. Tidy myself up here. And first we're starting supine. I'm sorry, we're not on our back. We're on our back, not our. And put your balls at the occipital ridge. Your therapy ball, your set of therapy balls in the tote are at the occipital ridge. Position 1, therapy balls in the tote. Take some time to pause first and pay attention to your breath. 3 to 5 breaths. As you begin to move, I want you to also pay attention to your breath. The first movement is a nod. And 10 times nodding up and down over the therapy balls. Up and down. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see here. And draw, let's see. Then go side to side. So it's a no. So the first one was a yes. The second movement is a no, side to side, just a little movement, 10 times. I'm going to tell you when I'm finished counting, but I'm not going to count aloud. Side to side. And I'm finishing up. Come back to center and make an infinity circle with your nose. We're going to start to the right. And then just make a figure 8 or an infinity circle. And then eventually we'll change directions. So I'm on number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to go to the supine, to the side lying position. So switch, so you're side lying with, let's see here, what does it say? With your shoulders stacked, hips stacked, knees slightly bent, and the spine aligned. Take the ball out of the bag, one of the balls out of the bag. I have to zip my pants off my desk. Take the ball out of the bag. The first position is behind the earlobe. Just behind the earring, where you would put an earring backing. And now all you're going to do is nod up and down 10 times and then sideways 10 times. So let's nod up and down. If you'd like to, you could put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and work on the muscles in the front of your chin at the same time. Now side to side. Now move your ball to the cheek, let's see, to the cheekbone, jawbone, which is right here. And again, nodding a yes and nodding a no. So 10 times. So up and down. And side to side. And now open and close your jaw 10 times. The third position is at the temple. I have to take my glasses off. You might too. At your temple. Nod. So it's a nod, yes, and a nod, no. So 10 times each. Nodding. And side to side nod. And then go ahead and switch sides. So flip to the other end or turn around with your back to the camera, but I'm gonna switch sides so I can see the camera. And we'll do the same thing, starting with the single therapy ball behind the earlobe. And up and down. And side to side. This may be especially sensitive to you if you haven't worked here before. Now move to the masseter, the jawbone. And up and down. And side to side. And stop. Open and close your jaw, your mouth 10 times. Okay. Now to the temple. And nod 10 times. And side to side 10 times. Okay, we're done with the neck and jaw series. Come on up and let's come onto a chair. We're going to do a chair seated sequence. I don't think I need to be on here. Sit on a chair and you're going to need a therapy ball, a single therapy ball. I have to put my glasses on to read the menu here. Remove spotlight. That's what I'm wearing. Okay. You're going to have one therapy ball on underneath your right glute. In the middle. smack dab in the middle. So of your right glute, and then you're going to lift your right knee towards your chest and then cross over, figure 4. Figure 4, sit tall. And let's do a hip hinge. So a hip hinge is you're moving from the hip, the back is flat. Lift your chin a little, Kathy. It's not that much, it's halfway. So the idea is to have your thoracic spine, lumbar spine, and cervical spine all lined up and hinging at the hip. Come on up. And switch sides. Unravel that one, put a therapy ball underneath your glute. Lift your left glute, lift your knee towards your face, cross your ankle over your other knee on top, and sit tall. Flat back hip hinge. Come forward. So your cervical spine should feel a little like the head ramping position. You don't want to drop it too far, and you don't want to lift it too high. Should be in line with your thoracic spine. And then come on back up. Use your abdominals to get you up. And now we're going to work on an area just to the inside of the tailbone. So on the right side, I want you to put your ball not on the tailbone, just to the outside of the tailbone. So you're not on the tailbone, but you're near it. And sit tall if you can.
Below your tailbone or above?
To the side of your tailbone. To the outside of your tailbone, at the tailbone.
Thank you.
And if you would like, you can put your hands behind you on the chair, on the back of the chair or the seat of the chair, and try to create also a chest opener, a seated chest opener while you're here, releasing some of the musculature around the tailbone. And then go ahead and switch to the other side. So this is a kind of delicate placement. You don't want it to be on the tailbone, just to the outside of the tailbone. There are some muscles there that can get very tense and actually affect our lower back. While you're here, grab onto the back of the chair or the seat of the chair, back of the seat of the chair, so that you can open your chest. So chest comes up. And now remove the ball, come off of your chair, come down to the floor. For Yoga Nidra, last closing. We didn't get to the chest opener at the wall. I wish we had, but maybe next time. Get ready for Yoga Nidra. This is a relaxing practice that we do every week. It's cumulative, so the more you do it, the more you can release and reduce stress in your body. I'm going to be talking to you and mentioning 61 different body points, and I want you to think of them with your mind. Go to them in your mind, but not Don't move them. So you may want to put a small washcloth on your eyes. You may want to put a blanket over your body, depending on the weather, in your neck of the woods. Starting by observing the abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your attention and awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes our 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. Go ahead and extend your legs if you have bent knees, extend them along the mat, and bring your arms overhead and try to stretch your body in both directions. Wiggle and stretch right side, left side, both sides. Wiggle and stretch, and then start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And rotate your wrists and your ankles in one direction and then the other. Hug your right knee to your chest. Thank you, knee. And then extend your right leg along the mat. Hug your left knee to your chest. Thank you, knee. And then extend your leg along the mat. Both knees hug to chest. Rock from side to side. This is a great stretch for the lumbar spine and a massage for organs. And then whenever you're ready, roll all the way over to one side, maybe toward the camera, and which would be the front of the class, I suppose. And we're going to stay here for a minute. We call this our gratitude minute, or gratitude minute, and stay here and notice your gratitude for the class, for the fact that you made it here today, for the fact that you have friends to move with, or any other part of your life that you'd like to express gratitude for. I'm going to express gratitude for you guys, for showing up so I could move with you. And then go ahead and come up to a floor seated position. I'm going to remove the spotlight. Whoops, how do I do this? Well, maybe. Yeah, and move to gallery position. Okay. Everyone, press your hands together. Press strongly so you can feel the upper back and the scapula. And breathe. And now relax, but continue to with your prayer pose. We're going to end the class with Namaste. Lift your occipital ridge away from your shoulders so that you can nod forward, the skull rolling over the top of the cervical spine, noticing that we're each a light, and each of us, we are all so light. And we'll close the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everybody. I'm going
Thanks,
to.
Mom.
Thank you, Via.
Thank you, Via.
Thank you.